everyone. We're going on a road trip.
Road trip? Vacation!
And Bonnie had a great day in class. She made a new friend. I want you to meet Forky.
Hello. He's a spork.
The panic is attacking me!
Hey, what?
I was reading a lot about how you guys didn't want to make another film if you were not sure it was going to be better than the previous films. So what was the specific thing that convinced you this was worth making?
We always look for the personal things, like how do we see ourselves in these films? Because if you can get to a place where you're making something that's sort of based on your own experience, then you know you're telling the truth.
Yeah.
And then you start to trust yourself a little bit. And you told the story, and myself, the team, this great story about just how she made you see the world differently. And that's the first time I remember sitting in front and go, okay, that's an honest, truthful, and a really amazing story. And that means we can make something real. That's when I started going, okay, this could be.
When we were dating, I needed her support, and she was there for me, and she helped me see more in myself than I could see. So I knew that if Bo could do that for Woody, that would be powerful.
I know, this is a little strange, but we all have to make sure nothing happens to Forky.
Something happened to him.
Buzz, we gotta get Forky.
Roger that.
Forky is a risky character. Was there any hesitation on how people would react, or if you should go that way with a toy that maybe isn't a toy?
He's one of those ideas, we have a lot of these where we don't know at the time, is this the worst thing or the best thing we've ever done,
Yeah.
right? It's like, it's just
But it usually is when you're questioning it like that, it usually means that it's new and different, and that it could be good, and not that it's something else. So, yeah, when we came up with it, it was such a bizarre concept that we still felt true to the toy world, because our kids build toys and play with rocks and stuff. So we were joking, what if a kid just made a toy and it came to life? What would happen? And that's how a lot of our ideas have. It's just what ifs.
Yeah.
And Forky not seeing Toy Story 1, 2, or 3 and not understanding the world just was a lot of fun. So we went with it.
Let's go! Blast! How am I gonna find Woody?
The slingshot maneuver.
Thanks, Inner Voice. To infinity and beyond!
This is the first feature film you direct.
Yes.
And I love the joke about Buzz's inner voice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What did your inner voice told you throughout this whole process?
Oh, it said a lot of things. A lot of screaming. No, I would say in a way that my personal journey of directing this film was me learning to trust my inner voice as well as a director, and just trusting my gut and going, what speaks to me and what feels truthful and is worthy of being in Toy Story 4.
And of course, every Pixar film has had its challenges, and
Yes.
it has made technology advance. Was it the case for this film?
Well, yeah, a lot of things. I mean, the technology advances almost every picture for us. What's interesting about Toy Story is it's already you've seen 3 films, so we had to balance the rendering and the lighting and how far things can go with the fact that we've got 3 films that have established a visual grammar. So we had to kind of honor both and take it to a new level, but keep the ingredients, the visual ingredients, the same.
Yeah, we wanted to make sure it still felt like Toy Story and not just a realistic film all of a sudden.
Is that how we look on the inside?
There's so much fluff.
We have to find him, Mom.
Bonnie needs Forky.
Aw, Sheriff Woody always coming to the rescue. That's gonna be quite a jump for you and Duke.
For me?
Let's kaboom!
Go!
This is the last film John Lasseter is involved in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is there something specific and important you learned from him?
Oh, we learned so much. I mean, he's the founder of, created Toy Story, and such a obviously a great storyteller and director. But at the same time, he kind of handed this film over to you before he left. So
Yeah.
he was kind of looking forward to seeing it. I think go in a little bit of a different flavor and direction.
Yeah, one thing I learned was just trusting the crew, and the crew, we had an incredible crew that some of them worked on the first Toy Story, and some of them the first Toy Story was the first movie they ever saw. So it was great just to hear everybody, their opinions, and trust them and know that they're the top of the game. And so that's what I did.
You're not going anywhere. Woody, behind you!
If there's one thing I know, it's that a toy's job
Kaboom!
is never done.
Hey, up here, Astro Boy.
If you think you can just show up and take our top prize spots, you're wrong.
Dead wrong.
Help me get out of here.
I'll help you.
With my foot to infinity and my foot. Boom! In the vacuum of space, they cannot hear you scream.
Ho, ho!
Ow! Let go of me!
De Película.